Kenneka Jenkins community. The community is split into two sides, those who want to know the facts about the case and those who mislead the public. This is my story. Welcome to the lounge. Today's topic, we're going to an interview. The goofy interview, that is. Lanita Gill, a YouTuber and a hardcore Georgia Bulldogs fan. Nice to see another Georgian who loves the Bulldogs. The county I used to live in is mostly Georgia Southern fans, sports aside. She conducts an interview with Neela's Exposing Truth before she changed her name to Lady Goddess. For story's sake, we'll go with Lady Goddess. This story is based on Random News Big Mad episodes 9 and 11. If you want to see the full story from his angle, go on over to his channel to check it out. The interview begins when Lady Goddess makes an argument on who killed Kenneka Jenkins. As usual, in any claim, the goofies will claim that they or the higher-ups have something to do with it. This interview is riddled with echoes. I'm no StreamYard expert, but from what I've been learning, those echoes are feedbacks from someone recording a live feed.
Since you closed your tabs out, I'm gonna leave out and come right back in.
Okay.
Help.
Okay. You have echo. I don't know. See, it's gone. I don't have an echo.
See what I mean? This goofy just debunked herself in real time.
Y'all be nice.
Lanita Gill is unaware of this because these echoes is driving her nuts. Either Lady Goddess doesn't know what a replay is, or she deliberately doing this to throw off any potential viewers who is going to debunk the goddess. I'm going with option 2. If I'm gonna stick to my narrative, I'm not going to sabotage my own work. But that's not Lady Goddess' main concern. One of her thorns in her sides is watching the interview. One of them is Random News. For now, he's just watching Neela slowly laying her own trap. The acid trip continues. Lady Goddess informs the viewers that a guy named James Coleman was sentenced to life in prison for transporting 76 corpses from Rosemont to Detroit. It's funny, a van containing 76 bodies that can fit inside a splinter. Even funnier, she claimed a biological research center is owned by Crown Plaza. Again, this is very weird. After rewatching Random News Big Mad episode 9, I did some research, something the goofies are not good at. For one thing, there's no way 76 bodies can fit inside a van. Also, the parent company of Crown Plaza is an England-based company known as Intercontinental Hotels Group, or IHG. What's an European company got something to do with, and this is very important, a biological resource center of Illinois, not research center. Also, it wasn't James Coleman, who was sentenced to life in prison, doesn't exist. However, there's a guy named Arthur Rathburn who was sentenced to 9 years in prison for transporting bodies containing HIV and hepatitis and other charges he faced. Although he turned down a plea deal to do only 5 years, he did 9 years. Lady Goddess continues by stating that a mysterious group known as the Higher-Ups tells Coleman that he owes them money, and for some odd reason, he talks to Teresa Martin into sacrificing Kenneka. Now this is the part where anyone who graduated from high school with honors gets to experience a what the F moment. This gets worse. Lady Goddess made another wild argument that a well-known YouTuber, known as Zach TV, taped himself to Kenneka and killed her. I think Zach has the same powers as Chloe since he was in New York City, according to one of the commenters. But Lady Goddess tries to correct the commenter by stating that Kenneka died on September 6th, not September 9th. So I guess the girl who died in that freezer isn't Kenneka, and Teresa Martin had drank a gallon of LSD and had a hallucination of her daughter's death. I'm sure if both Teresa and the family of Zach TV hear something like this, this should have been happening during this D-list of a sci-fi movie.
What's going on here? What? Huh? You going for something? You going for that? No. You want some more, man? You do? No. Yeah?
Had enough of this charade, Random News enters the panel and put an end to this. Unfortunately, Lanita Gill went from the real deal to Lanita Gill, defense attorney, by defending Neela. Screw this, cause typing Lady Goddess at every paragraph is taking up my time. Random created a counter for each time Lanita defends Neela. If I was doing a counter, we would all suffer from alcohol poisoning. Random News went as far to call out on Neela's psychic powers, and that didn't work. Lanita explains that it takes time. Maybe a trip to the Home Depot and get an industrial-sized baking soda should help speed things up. Just as all seems lost with Neela's stories and technical difficulties, we hear boss music. Not that music, this music.
Since you started yelling what you gonna do and ain't did shit, my window wide open and you ain't touching bust a move with your fake tough ass.
Body to be global.
Turn me on. With your fake tough ass, bitch, you ain't like me.
Chloe shows up, and she ain't dropping off baking soda. And we all know what she's dropping off. Being outnumbered by two sane adults. And the host, who's starting to realize that listening to Neela isn't the real deal. Neela tries to give one big FU by playing a footage of Chloe's interview of MTV Kanika documentary. But even the goofies of goofies will realize that Chloe wasn't interviewed by MTV. And finally, Random News plays a clip of Neela stating that Zach killed Kanika. But Neela got grandmother duties to attend to. Translation, her narrative came back and bit her in the... And this concludes the story of a botched interview. What people would do to get noticed, making up false stories, disrespecting a grieving mother, disrespecting a deceased YouTuber, and bringing up a secret organization that even the ghost of Tom Clancy could come up with. In our next story, a storm is brewing in the Kanika Jenkins community. Two YouTubers has a problem with Chloe Olvera, and they're not happy. This story is going to be a challenge. But here at the lounge, challenge is good. And for that story, we're going to need backup to understanding the story about these two. For now, this is Storyteller signing off. Until next time.
This is it! I just know it, I know it, I know it, I know it! We're all gonna die, we're all gonna die! This is it, it's the end, we're finished!
Thank you for visiting Shadow Storyteller. If you like what you saw, you can hit the subscribe and bell notification buttons to enjoy more content. Until next time.